Hi guys, and welcome to my amazing life. This is Sean and I'm back with another video, which from the title of the video I'm sure you already know. I want to show you cycling, which was a small part of my experience in the beautiful country of Denmark and the city of Copenhagen, or as it's pronounced in Danish, Copenhagen, which I hope it gives you a new perspective, and if not, at least to take you along with me to my experience. Before we begin, I'd like to show you some clips of what you should expect in this episode. I chase a man on a bike. I drop my camera. I complain to the camera.
I have no idea how hard it is.
I drop my camera again. I ride a bike in Copenhagen. I drop my camera again. And I scare strangers. Before all that, let's start with some interesting facts about the cycling in Copenhagen, known as the city of cyclists, and about Denmark. Denmark, with over 4 million, has more bikes than twice the number of cars. Astonishingly, Copenhageners pedal more than 1 million kilometers or 600,000 miles on their bicycle each day, and cycling is the preferred mode of transportation. And 62% of Copenhageners choose to bike to their destination within the city. The city offers a variety of favorable cycling conditions: dense urban proximities, short distances, and flat terrains, along with an extensive and well-designed system of cycle tracks. And because of that, Copenhagen has earned the reputation of being the most bicycle-friendly city in the world. The Copenhagen City Heart Study concluded that cycling at high or average speed increases the life expectancy of the participants by 2 to 5 years, respectively. Cycling also lowers the risk of premature mortality with up to 30%, while the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases is reduced by about 40%. That information made me wonder about how much more Danish people are in shape in comparison to my fellow Americans. So I dug deeper. The standard of measuring a person's body type is through a measurement called BMI, short for Body Mass Index. BMI is defined as a person's weight in kilograms divided by the square of the person's height in meters. Commonly accepted BMI range for underweight is under 18.5 BMI. Normal weight is 18.5 to 25 BMI. Overweight is 25 to 30 BMI, and obese is over 30 BMI. So after learning about that, now we can compare the two countries. The United States, in the ranking of BMI, is the number 17th in the list, with 28.8 BMI. Now Denmark ranks at 120th on the list, just 0.3 more than the normal, compared to the 3.8 of the United States. Thanks to science, now we can even predict what we should expect in regards to how the locals of our destination may look like before even going there by looking at the BMI of that country. For example, the evil socialist government of Denmark, which spends money on social programs, produces healthy people like this. Compared to the great United States, which creates such a luxurious life for its citizens, that you can expect to see this in almost any Walmart. This was a fun research for me, so I started to dig more. And I found out cycling even improves productivity. According to a British study published by Cycle Scheme, I will get to that name in a second. Those who choose to ride their bike to work are more likely to progress and succeed in their career because they're fitter, more agile, and more alert. Cycle Scheme is a UK-based organization with a purpose of cultural adaptation towards a more bicycle-friendly lifestyle. Now, I admire the cause, but I'd like to know who came up with the name of the organization. Really? Cycle scheme? The scheme as the devious plan or with intent to do something illegal or wrong? Cycle venture or cycle prosperity would be more along with the lines with the organization's goal. They should have consulted with the marketing department of tobacco companies. Do you ask why? Just watch this.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
If they could make smoking to seem like a healthy activity, imagine what they could do to cycling. According to researchers, cyclists often report that they feel less stressed at work, while those who started cycling reported an improvement in their concentration capacity. So it is less likely to see events such as these in Copenhagen. Based on this video, it is safe to assume even computers, alongside with people, have longer and more productive lives in Copenhagen. The bicycle culture of Copenhagen even brings economic benefits to the city. The city has estimated every kilometer cycled brings a net gain for the society of 1.22 Danish crowns, or in Danish, danske kroner, which is the Danish currency, or 21 US cents per mile, compared to a net loss of 0.69 Danish crowns for every kilometer driven in a car, or 12 cents per mile. By the way, if you didn't catch that, here it is again. I choose to believe her reaction was due to my devilishly good looks and not to me filming. Although visitors may be surprised by the apparently large number of bicycle parking facilities in Copenhagen, as I was, there is in fact a severe lack of available cycle stands. There are approximately 560,000 bicycles in the city of Copenhagen, which is more bikes than people. Yet there are only 48,000 available bicycle stands. By the way, good luck biking like this in San Francisco. With no mountains in Denmark, biking is never uphill. As I will explain in the main documentary about Copenhagen in more details, the gentleman in front of me is a friend I found in Istanbul, which I have attached the full documentary of Istanbul in the link above in the top right corner of the screen. He invited me to Copenhagen, and from Istanbul I went to Copenhagen, and he was the most gracious host, who I thank immensely. My poor camera, on the other hand, did not enjoy the ride as much as I did. I was lucky to have used a GoPro, since any other camera would have been destroyed. I strongly recommend that camera for small projects. There's a link in the description below which gives you more information on GoPro. One subject I have plenty of footage due to its abundance is bikes and bicyclists. And you find a wide range of variety of people on bikes, from kids to beautiful moms, professionals going or coming from work, bikes that are like taxis, older folks, and even people in suits. So I decided to blend in and get back to the activity I used to partake decades ago when I was a kid. After a fun night of bar hopping with some nice folks who I met at a bar while watching the World Cup, I was heading home as the sun began to rise. I have to say I'm a bit proud of myself over here for being able to get back on a bike after more than 20 years, holding a camera in one hand, steering the bike with another hand, speaking to the camera while being cold and buzzed since I was coming back from the bar. What I'm not proud of is my moaning and complaining, which you can hear.
I have no idea how hard it is.
Please subscribe to my channel and share my videos. And I would appreciate your comments, suggestions, and feedback. If you are interested in purchasing a GoPro, there's a link in the description below for more information. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys soon.